talk about. They know exactly what they're doing. They double counted the numbers, guys. Why this law might be overturned. Employee dumping some 2014 because it is expensive to pay health care insurance. Example, as of right now, and I think Ron talked about, there's 1,000 waivers to participate in the bill. They last for 1 year, and I can guarantee you they're going to be renewed. In those organizations, McDonald's, Universal Studios, SEIU, the unions, the very people that pushed the bill said, oh, no, taking a better look. No thanks. See, because if you ask Walmart, and if you ask the crappy insurance they give their employees, it's crap. But you know, you set these minimum, that'll be too expensive for me to insure her. Won't have to drop her. Or she'll have to go down part-time. Or we'll have to put her in the exchange. And that's what they want, the exchange. Now the question is,
how fast they want it.
Right. Now remember what President Obama said in his meeting at SEIU over here. You know, the public option system, we'll get there eventually. It's going to take time. Take a payer system. We'll get there. But I'm going to tell you, that's not going to save money, right? Because the federal government already provides, Tom said, the majority of the health care. When there's no skin in the game for the people that get the health care, I'm going to eat as much pizza as at the table that you lay out. Until health care, people, all of us, in Medicare, and Medicaid, and me, realize the cost for the care that they demand, utilization will not go down. This system increases utilization, which will increase cost, which will drive it further into the ground faster. Why this law may be overturned? This is by David Brooks. Public hostility. The public still opposes this law, but they are working harder than hell by using the state-run media to convince you otherwise. Don't believe it. Don't believe it. But remember, there's a portion of society, like Tom says, hey, you guys are having free pizza? I'm coming! Right? You mean, wait a minute. You mean, my kid's a kid at 26? That's awesome! And I said, how long do you think that's going to last? You know? Where do you live? I live in my parents' basement, and I'm a blogger on YouTube in my dad's basement. Do you work? No, I'm on unemployment. Uh-oh, I think I just shut up. Anyway, I got too excited, sorry. Okay, you still like what I'm saying? I mean, you want to hear some more? All right, remember Chicago politics. Okay. Gangster politics, right? Okay, so when they were crafting the bill, you were either at the table or on the table. And then comes the AMA. Let's set the facts straight about the AMA. They only represent 17% of the practicing physicians in the United States. 17%. That means not a majority. Okay? But here's what they do have. For you that can't read them back. AMA administers the medical monopoly coding system called ICD-9, soon to be ICD-9-10 or ICD-10, and the CPT codes. Those of you in healthcare, you know what I'm talking about. Guess what? I have to buy one, and so does every doctor, and so does every hospital. Or the guy that employs me has to buy one for every physician. And guess what? Who has the sole propriety to sell that book? It's kind of like mandated healthcare, isn't it? So, you're a physician, or you're a physician. Hey, you have to buy my new CPT book, and this is how much it costs. And I'm the only guy selling it. Guess what? You gonna buy it? So what essentially Obama said is that, Hey, AMA, you get 17% membership, but you represent physicians, so you work good. AMA. You know that CPT code book you sell? Yeah. And we kind of figured it out. We figured it out. You make lots of money from it. Where's it at? Let me see it. Oh, $70 to $100 million annually from selling that book. Okay, they make a heck of a lot less from membership. Okay, so $70 to $100 million from selling the CPT book and the IC9 book every year. And I'm the government. We were thinking about letting someone else sell it this year. Still want to not participate in Obamacare? What do you think they said? I'm kind of sure. We're for it. We're in. Hey, newsflash. AME just put their support behind. Okay? So, guys, anytime somebody say, you know what? That don't make sense. There was a backroom door deal that went on. Okay? So they got to keep their little stinking book. Then now I got to buy some more. Okay? Now, we'll tell you later some of the other stuff they're in on. And they're not physician friends either. They're not. Because just like the AARP sold out seniors, the AMA sold us out. The current legislation situation right now, you're like, oh man, this sucks. So what can you guys do? What can we do? Where does it stand? What's the Ohio Project? The Ohio Project's a petition drive to essentially put up a block. We're going to create some hurdles too. We're going to create some hurdles too as citizens. We're going to create hurdles. We're going to bog them down a little bit. If they pass the mandate, certain states are going to try to say, we're going to set up a hurdle that says it's against our Constitution as a state. We're going to put up a 10th Amendment that says that federal government has no right to mandate us to purchase stuff. When you buy, the argument, when they say, well, you have to buy car insurance, that's a state mandate. It's not a federal mandate. It's a state mandate. So the mandate to purchase health care should be made at a state level. Because, like Ron said, that Medicaid, initially, again, federal government's very sneaky. Well, we heard Ron and Joe say that states pay for 50% of their Medicaid. That's misinformation. See, because Obamacare front loads it. The federal government's going to help your state pay for its Medicaid up front. Sure they are. But then they're slowly going to back out of the room and turn it over to the states. So you see how they're going to change it? So they're going to get all these people on. They're going to get all these people liking their benefits. And they're going to back out. And then the states are going to say, we can't do it. Well, you just tell them that you can't do it. Go ahead. Just like they're telling the unions right now, and you see what's going on there. So they know once you give somebody something for nothing, try to take it away from them. So Ohio Project is a petition drive basically to get on the November election the ability for Ohioans to decide whether they want to mandate the purchase. Okay, so when Ohio says, yeah, we want to be mandated to purchase health care. So when that consequence comes, when they're pointing the finger at Washington, they can point 3 back to themselves. And they say, you said you wanted it. Here it is. Ohioans should have that decision. So that's what the Ohio Project does. The petition drive, the citizens will decide that. There's about 300,000. We need about 388,000 signatures. They're right about 300,000 right now. We have until, I believe, June to turn those in. So we need your help. Now, recently, in the State House, fortunately, because now we have a Republican State House controlled Senate and House,